say that it feels right.
What's going on, guys? So it's currently the 24th of November, 1 month to my birthday, by the way, till I'm 19, just for those people who didn't know that. Anyway, today I'll be recording a Q&A. I asked for some questions on my Instagram story the other day, and I also asked for some questions on my last YouTube video. You guys commented them and replied to my Instagram story, so I'll be going through those questions today. You guys might be thinking, damn Max, the quality of this video looks sick. Now, the reason for that is because I bought a new camera. I am now recording with the Sony RX100 Mark III. That is 3. I just did it like that, so it looked like 2, 3, okay? I bought this on eBay secondhand for about £300, and it actually is a really good camera. Not that I know a lot about cameras anyway, but it does look pretty good quality, and I'm pretty happy with it. And for £300, I couldn't really go wrong. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to answer the questions on my last YouTube video. Now, if you asked me questions on my last YouTube video, and it was kind of like after I filmed this, I'll probably just reply to you in the comment sections below, or I'll probably add it into my next Q&A, which will be probably in like a month's time. I might try to do these like once a month if you guys like these, so just let me know in the comment section down below. But let's get into the first question. First question is, do you ever plan on competing in powerlifting meets? My answer to that would be no. The reason is I've kind of strayed away from powerlifting a lot recently. I used to do a lot of power building because I like the mix between lifting heavy weights and then doing like a lot of kind of reps and sets and frequency and volume. I've kind of strayed away from powerlifting a lot recently just due to a lot of my injuries, and you'd know that I ran the Jeff Nippard hypertrophy program for about 7 weeks, 7-8 weeks, and I kind of have stopped that and made my own program. I will go into my own program in another video that I'm running now. I know I keep saying that I'm like switching programs, but I do have a tendency to get quite bored of a program quite easily, but this new program that I've made is completely different to what I've been running for like the past year, so hopefully I'll stick to this one for a little bit longer. I will take you guys through it. I will record a lot of videos doing that. Anyway, the reason I won't actually compete in any powerlifting meets is one, because I don't actually power lift. I used to do power building, and I feel like if I carried on power building how I was, I will get seriously injured. Now, thankfully, I haven't been seriously injured, but I have been injured a couple of times. And I feel like that is the nature of the game, unfortunately, with weightlifting. But I feel like with power building or powerlifting, it kind of happens a little bit more than bodybuilding, because it's kind of the weight. So my answer to that question would be no. I don't really plan on competing in any powerlifting meets, but you never know. In the future, you never know. Next question is, what is your favourite tunes to work out to? Now, I think I actually replied to you saying I've got many, but I'll list a few. Now, the reason for that is because my Spotify playlist is filled with like 100 songs, so I can't actually just kind of tell you all my favourite tunes, but I will list a few. Now, I've got to say Eminem will be up there, Neffix as well, which is spelled Neffex. You see them a lot in my videos. Most of those gym edits and everything come from like a Neffix song or something, so they are very good. I've got a lot of them in my Spotify playlist, and especially a lot of them to work out to. A bit of D&B every now and then as well, a bit of Mackie Gee. It kind of swings, but in my Spotify playlist there's a kind of a lot of kind of rap, hip hop, a little bit of rock in there, and a bit of D&B as well. It kind of just depends. I kind of like the songs that are kind of rappy or like have like a big drop and everything. That's my kind of workout tunes, I suppose. Next question is, how do you stay motivated to get in the gym 5 to 6 days a week? That is a good question, actually. I would say probably my girlfriend and Nathan. He definitely helps me, and my girlfriend definitely helps me. They just tell me to keep going. I also want to say you guys as well help me, because some days when I'm feeling shitty, I just feel like picking up the camera. I know that sounds bad, but I feel like if I pick up the camera, my whole kind of emphasis on the day changes. I feel like I'm a lot more productive, and I just pick up the camera, and I seem to have good sessions when I pick up the camera. So yeah, that helps me as well. That motivates me. Yeah, just kind of myself as well. I feel like my end goals motivate me a lot, so I know that I want to get this good physique for next year, and as I'm bulking at this moment in time, I really want this good physique for next year. So I will try my hardest and I will try my most to keep motivated. And I'm not saying that I go in every single session and have a good session, because I don't. I would say probably 4 to 5 of my sessions in a week are good sessions, and I probably have like 1 bad session a week. So like yesterday I trained back, biceps and glutes, and that was kind of an average session, I'm going to be honest, but the days before that were quite good, and I'm going to be training delts and quads today, so hopefully that'll be a good session. Okay, so next question is, if you had to put yourself into a training category, would it be a powerlifter or a bodybuilder? A follow-up, do you think that it could change in the future? At this moment in time, I feel like I'm a bodybuilder because I am actually running bodybuilding programs. Like I said earlier, I don't actually think I will change into a power lifter or a power builder. Again, just because of the injury things and the injury side of things. But again, you never know in the future. I did enjoy at one point lifting like a power builder or a power lifter, but at this moment in time, I feel like I'm happy sticking to bodybuilding routines just because I don't really fancy getting injured anymore. Next question is, if you could pick anyone to be your training partner for a session, who would it be? Now, my first answer is going to be Nathan, because when me and Nathan train, we always have a good session. So I'm going to pick Nathan for that. I suppose if you're picking like a fitness influencer, I'd probably have to go with someone like, I don't know. I'm not actually like fanboying a lot over anyone anymore. It'd probably be someone who could help me out a lot, kind of like help me in a sense of, because I don't think my form is 100% in every exercise. So I'd like someone to train with me who actually know what they're doing all the time. So maybe someone like Jeff Nippard, maybe, or yeah, I'll probably go with Jeff Nippard actually, because I know everyone's going to say like, oh, Arnold or people like that. But I would like someone who's very knowledgeable to work out with, just so they could correct me in anything that I'm doing wrong. So probably Jeff Nippard if we're talking about like fitness influencers or celebrities, fitness celebrities. I don't know if that is what you class them as, but anyway, next question. So the next question is, favourite body part to train? My favourite body part to train is my legs. Oh, he's actually got a follow-up question as well. I didn't actually see that. Second part of the question, does your favourite body part to train correlate with your strongest lifts? Yeah, probably, because my squat is around 185, so I can imagine that because my legs for my favourite body part to train is probably why, because my squat is my favourite lift, or was my favourite lift. I don't actually squat no more, or I don't actually barbell squat no more, or deadlift anymore, but I will get into that in another video. Let's move on to the Instagram questions. How many days a week should you go to the gym as a new lifter, and what programs would you advise? Programs meaning like, I don't think you should be, well, you could buy programs I suppose if you're a new lifter. It'd probably help you out a little bit more, and you wouldn't know much about lifting, so yeah. I would say you probably wouldn't need to go to the gym any more than 2 to 3 to 4 times a week. I'm going to say actually 3 to 4 times a week, just because you could probably run like a upper, lower, or like a 3 full bodies a week. I'm not actually that keen on a full body split, because the time you know, if you have to train like chest, shoulders, back, arms, legs in kind of like one session, it would be quite a lot. So I'd say probably running like a higher lower split, so like a upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. That would be what I'd kind of recommend as a new lifter. And for days of the week, I'd probably recommend like I said, 3 to 4 days a week, trying to get at least 3 days of rest in, just because you're a new lifter and you will grow like fuck anyway. It doesn't really matter because you'll get newbie gains. Do you ever suffer from gym anxiety? I can tell you I suffer from gym anxiety when I'm on Alpha Dark Side. That fucks me up. Gym anxiety. I used to a lot. Like when I used to go in, I suppose actually I've always trained with Nathan, so I've never actually suffered that badly from it. But if I was training on my own and kind of when I first started lifting, I probably would have suffered from gym anxiety a lot more than I do now. I don't really suffer from it that much anymore, so I always feel like I could always go in the gym right now and work out quite well and have a good workout on my own. But when I first started, if I went in the gym on my own and I didn't really know what I was doing, I could probably suffer from it then. I've never really suffered from anxiety anyway, which I'm quite lucky for, I suppose, because I know a lot of people do suffer from anxiety. But no, I've never have really suffered from it. Right, so the coffee is empty, meaning that was the last question. If you like Q&As or me like kind of talking about my life or answering your questions, like this video and just comment down below saying you like Q&A, you like me doing Q&As, and I'll probably do them a lot more. Like I said, I'll probably try doing them like at least once a month. I think that'd be good for you guys just to kind of get to know me more, because I'm still quite a small fitness vlogger, so a lot of people don't really know me that well, so trying to like let you guys know me a lot more, because you know I try to be as transparent as fuck with you guys. And if you have got like any other questions you want to ask me, just ask me in the comments section down below, and I'm sorry if your question did not get answered in this video. If there are any like short questions as well, ask them down below. If they're kind of a long question, I will try and answer it, but I might not be able to answer it all in like kind of this comment section. I might have to actually include it in a video. But if it is a really good question, I might just include it in the end of a video. So if you have got any questions like that, ask them down below. Anyway guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, fuck off. And whatever you want, subscribe. Peace out.